Hello guys, welcome to weigh-in day, or Sunday weigh-in I should say, and if you're not drinking some water, make sure you drink some water. You need at least 2.5 litres of water every day. So this episode I wanted to dedicate it to Slimming World, obviously, and people who are on Slimming World, but they have families and they have loved ones that obviously live in the house and they are not necessarily on Slimming World. So I've wanted to do this video for a while, and basically what I'm trying to get from you guys, because I'm going live, is a way of helping people out in this situation. So it can be extremely difficult if there are things which are high in sin to be sitting in your kitchen cupboard and you are trying your absolute very best to make sure that everything you eat on Slimming World is sin-free and in the cupboards. However, obviously, because of husbands, boyfriends, brothers, sisters, kids, all that kind of stuff, it's not always possible to get rid of everything in your cupboard. So I wanted to kind of give you some advice, and I get asked the question a lot about my fiance and if my fiance is on Slimming World, and the answer to that question is no. And there's still elements of Slimming World that we both enjoy. So we both enjoy the meals. So we definitely enjoy the Slimming World meals. And I think that is one of the biggest things about trying to get your partner into the Slimming world, basically. Another way of doing it is to make sure that if they are going to be eating sweets, they are going to be eating chocolates and all that kind of stuff, that they buy that themselves. So if somebody asks when you're going shopping, for example, oh, can you pick me up a packet of biscuits? Just say, no, actually, can you get them when you want them? Because then there's not that temptation that when you're in the house on your own, you've got this pack of biscuits with you that you're going to eat them, okay? And it's about maybe adjusting meals so that your family will enjoy them as well. So if you normally do burger and chips, for example, for your kids, and then you have maybe a pasta or something like that, which is Slimming World related, rather than doing two separate meals, maybe just do one meal, which is burger and chips, but make it Slimming World friendly. And I will say that your husband, your fiance, your wife, your cat, your dog, no matter what happens, they will actually lose some weight. If they eat the same meals as you, because if you're cooking them, they will definitely lose some weight. Also, try and get them maybe to make some meals for you, if they are the sort of person that actually obviously cooks food. And then try and find a joint favourite. So try and find a joint family favourite. Say, for example, Diet Coke chicken. That's always something which goes down really well. And you can do Fanta chicken as well, which is, you know, kind of like an orange chicken. So it's about finding a meal which your family enjoy. And also a little bit of cunning goes in this as well, because you don't want to say that it's Slimming World. Because as soon as you say that it's a Slimming World meal, everyone's like, oh, I don't want to touch that. Why would you feed me that? That's going to be rubbish. So just make a meal and just give it to them and then try it, and they will try it and they will love it. So what I would say, be a little bit cunning and don't necessarily say, right, can you do with me? Because if you're, if your husband or wife doesn't really want to do, instantly shut you down. So just basically say, right, I'm cooking some food. Would you like some? Don't say it's Slimming World, and then see what happens, because I guarantee that they will love it, because these foods, the recipes, the ideas and all that kind of stuff which you actually get on Slimming World are genuinely really, really tasty, and nobody, if they're not on Slimming World, will enjoy it as well. When your friends and family come over, don't make them something separate, or don't just cheat and, go off Slimming World for the day. Just make them something which is Slimming World, and guaranteed they will absolutely love it. Obviously, as long as you've done it right or you've not burnt it. So I'd like to ask for your advice. I am live in the moment, so I'd like to ask for your advice and see if you have family or friends that aren't on Slimming World and you're cooking with them maybe. Nova has said hello. Hello, Nova. Jeffrey has said evening, Tim. Now, I don't know if this is because I'm wearing a hat, which makes me look a bit like Tim Henman, maybe. I'm wearing a hat today because my hair's a mess. I do apologise. Hello, June. And let's have a look. Rose Donna, on a yoga event on Primrose Hill and seeing you live is fun. I lost £5 even though I was in a festival last week. Well done, that's awesome. Jeffrey, what advice would you give for food ideas during this very hot weather, please? I find it hard during hot weather. Do you know what? I am finding that because you don't want those hot, heavy meals, do you? Things like spaghetti bolognese, they're more of a winter meal. And I'm finding that today as well. Today I'm actually making a lasagna with salad, Slimming World lasagna with salad. So that's maybe something more to go towards, and that's the salad side of things. So having something substantial with salad. I always think jacket potatoes, they're a winter thing, but they are also a summer thing. I quite enjoy jacket potatoes as long as they've got salad with them, as long as they've got something which is quite light, quite refreshing, and something to go along with that stodginess. Obviously, your classics are things like burger and chips, sausage and chips and stuff like that, because that's kind of like a barbecuey, wintry, a barbecuey, summery sort of thing. And then maybe dress it up. So maybe dress salads up a little bit. So you could have a grilled chicken salad, which is quite nice with a 0% fats dressing maybe. So I would say what you're in the mood for, but then just try and add a lot more of cold salad. So cold vegetables maybe and cold lettuce, because it kind of goes well in this weather. I would also maybe soups are a little bit of an iffy one because personally I prefer soups in the winter, but some people like them. And also, if you are making a pasta, so a chicken and bacon pasta, for example, which I absolutely love, maybe instead of having it hot, you could have it cold and just have certain dishes and modify them slightly by adding more lettuce and more kind of salad, or having it cold, and then it's a little bit more of a summery treat. I'm sure there are loads of Slimming World summer recipes out there, but I just generally tend to stick to the ones that I have and then kind of adjust them more. Like, for example, sweet chili chicken, absolutely love it, I really do. But if in this weather it's quite hot, it's quite stodgy rice. However, if you actually had cold rice, for example, with a warm chicken Caesar, with a warm sweet chili chicken, I would say that's definitely better. So yeah, I would add just more cold things basically to your food. Let's have a look. Here we go, right, Hannah, I just had a family barbecue and I was so good. I usually can't resist my mother-in-law's cooking, but so want my 2-stone award. Only need to lose £0.5 to get, oh, you can do that. £0.5 is nothing, Hannah. You are definitely there. Hannah said again, my mother-in-law made a Slimming World friendly chicken recipe for me and I had it with salad. I also had fruit sticks she made, so I didn't have the creamy Eton mess. Luckily, they're so supportive. That is brilliant. And that's what you want from your family. You want them to be supportive. And I think that the art with your family is being completely honest with them and say, listen, I really want, it's an awkward conversation to have, yes, but you say, I really, really want to lose weight. And that's basically why you're doing Slimming World. You're doing it to feel better, you're doing it for a longer life, and you're doing it to basically make yourself feel much better and make yourself more like you think that you should feel, if that makes sense. And they will understand that. So if you say, listen, please, can you, if you're going to have chocolate, hide it somewhere or keep it yourself, because otherwise I'll go for it. You know, don't let them kind of treat Slimming World as a joke or a fad, because if it does, then that's going to subconsciously rub off on you and you're going to think that it's a joke or a fad a little bit. So just make sure that they're aware of how important Slimming World is, why you're actually going to lose the weight in the first place, and make sure that they know that this isn't just a short-term thing. You're not going to just get over this and move on to another fad, because Slimming World's definitely not a fad diet. So make sure that they are aware and they are supportive of you, because there's no way that you could tell your husband or boyfriend or wife or girlfriend that you're on Slimming World and you really want them to be supportive. They're not going to laugh at you in the face and be like, oh no, don't be silly. They are of course going to be supportive. And what you want to try and do is get them to have their sin things, whatever they want, but just to have them and they're theirs rather than just lying about. All right, and don't buy it for them. You know what? They can go out and buy it themselves, unless your kid's under 13 or 14 when they can't go out and buy it themselves. Then you might have to buy it for them and then just put a lock on the cupboard. Right, so Jay has, hello, weigh in tomorrow, £1 to target, 4 stone award. Hope I've done enough this week. You can do it. Everyone can do it. Absolutely. Aileen, I think so. I bought sin-free, low-fat pizza, Asda frozen sausages, chicken thighs. I made a Hawaiian choux couscous and salad bowls. That is awesome. You see, that's a great summer dish. I'll do a video shortly about summer dishes and things like that. Project Blinks, hello. Hey Patrick, my wife is 35 weeks pregnant and she is loving getting involved in Slimming World meals. She is still having her pregnancy cravings, such as chocolate and biscuits, but willpower is the key. Exactly. Chocolate and biscuits, is there mayo on them? I've heard that pregnant women like to add mayo to everything. Chocolate and, do you know, okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. Today I went to my family house because it was Father's Day, so I went to say hello to my father. And they had fruit short crust biscuits. And they are my favourite. Honestly, give me a pack of those and I'll be like, right, where's the other pack? Because I am going through both. And I limited myself to 3. I know, I was shocked. I left and I was like, what? I limited myself to 3 because normally I limit myself to 3 packets, but it's all about willpower. Also, one great thing about this weather, apart from the fact that it makes everything look better, and it makes people makes people look better. It makes the buildings. It makes life look better, doesn't it, Sunshine? And the beauty of it is that it's very hot, and it also makes you want to have food less. So it makes you want food less, which I think is brilliant, really, because you don't want something stodgy, which means that you want to get something which is quite light and quite refreshing, and then that means salads, pretty much. So anyway, Tamlin, hello, loving your videos, thank you very much. Tina, hi Patrick, how are you, love? I'm good, thank you, loving your videos. I love the hat, it suits you, thank you very much. My mum, I was in the shower this morning, I was like, I'm not washing my hair, and I was like, I'm gonna wear a hat, and I thought, my mum's not gonna like that, she's not gonna like the fact I was wearing a hat. Anyway, went home, loved it. I think she loved it more than my normal hair. You look great. Thank you very much, Tina. South Wales. I always say that because I'm from South Wales. Whenever I see the letters S and W together, I always think South Wales, but I should automatically think Slimming World now. Slimming World Struggler. That's not a great username to have. You can do it. Hope you're well. Thank you for liking my Instagram pics. LOL, it really spurs me on. Oh, no worries. I always go on Instagram. Anyone who's tagged like Slimming World or hashtag Slimming World or anything like that, I always go on. I always like people's pictures. It gives me inspiration, I told you. Hope you're well. Oops, it didn't go in one message. No, it didn't, but you know what, it doesn't matter. Okay, so Slimming World on family. Tanya's just replied, hi Patrick, my partner isn't on Slimming World, but he does eat the meals with me and he cooks with me. Slimming World meal, he cooks Slimming World meals. However, my daughter who is 8 won't eat them. She is so difficult sometimes. Do you know what, don't tell her. It's going to sound bad, but don't tell her. Just make them. What's she going to do? Not eat her food? No, she'll eat it. She will eat it. Why don't you try something like, you know, sausage, beans and chips, or sausage, beans and eggs, and just make them Cinnamon World sausages and beans and eggs, you know? There's various ways of making kids eat something, you know, that don't involve cruel punishment, obviously. Obviously, don't punish her and don't make her starve. If she doesn't really want to eat them, just give her something else. But, you know, maybe make Diet Cola chicken. That's a kid's favourite. Artie, hello. A big thanks from me to you, Patrick. I've reached my target. Artie, oh yeah, woo! Yay, well done. That is awesome. Graham, you were talking about soup earlier, and it's not all about winter. There's quite a few great chilled soup ideas in similar little book of soups. To be fair, that is very true. I've mentioned this various times. It's on my Instagram a lot. I have the Slimming World speed soup, tomato speed soup, but not the Heinz beans one, the original one. And that is awesome the next day. Stick in the fridge. And to be honest, I just put it in a bowl sometimes without even heating it up afterwards. So this video is actually turned into family and summer. So I would say that about getting your family on board and joining you with Slimming World, I would say that it's definitely about finding a balance between meals that they genuinely have. Like my fiance absolutely adored pasta bake. From like a home fried pot, absolutely loved it. But now, instead of making that, I make a Slimming World pasta bake, and it tastes better in my opinion. So it's about finding the meals which they enjoy and then making them Slimming World friendly, and then not telling them that they're Slimming World, because otherwise they'll be like, oh, I don't want to eat it. But they know they're so good, the meals are so good. And the beauty of it is as well that even just by changing your evening meals to Slimming World for them, they are actually going to lose some weight. So you might find that they'll lose some weight and they'll get really excited about the fact they've lost some weight, and then they will also join Slimming World as well, or not join it, but they will, you know, they will maybe think twice in the middle of the day when they're going to lunch and go to Boots about what they're going to buy, if you get that mindset into them, and if they start seeing results, because they're a lot of the time, particularly men, are really worried about joining Slimming World because they think it's a girl's thing, which is what I did when I'll be honest, which is exactly what I did, but it is not, and it's becoming a more male-friendly place. And it's not that Slimming World's changed; it's just that men's opinion of Slimming World has changed. So I recommend any guy who's watching this right now to join Slimming World, even if you're a bit nervous, a bit scared, because it is a fantastic opportunity for you to lose weight, but not in a horrible, silly way that you're going to drink smoothies for the rest of your life, but in a way where you're going to have amazing food. I never used to cook before doing Slimming World, but I do, and I cook amazing food because it's good for you. So not only are you going to be losing weight, but you're also going to be eating much better food, much tastier food that you make yourself. So please join Slimming World if you haven't done so already. Project Binks, my dad and I, Blinks I should say, my dad and I joined together and we have lost over 3 stone together in 5 weeks. It works. That is awesome. Well done. Graham, I'm glad you showed the ActiFry air fryer. Shove all sorts in it, including Slimming World sausages, push the on button and let it do the job. Yeah, exactly. So the ActiFry is genuinely one of the best inventions, particularly with families, because it makes the chips really tasty, and it makes sausages, it makes all of those things, and you just stick it on and leave it. And that's the beauty of it. Try not to go to McDonald's. If they go to McDonald's and they get a Big Mac or they get whatever they're going to buy, then just get a salad. Don't join them. You can by all means buy a Slimming World a burger or whatever, but just in it, and it's going to be like 3 days worth of tents. But if you get a salad, they're like 2 sins, a Slimming World chicken and bacon salad, so it's pretty good. So I would definitely speak to your family and tell them the truth and say why it's so important to you, and they will support you, and then they will adjust what they're doing, and make sure that you just cook Slimming World meals for them, and they will love them. And just don't tell them that it's Slimming World, because otherwise they'll be like, no. And final comment, Alison. Hi Patrick, I'm just on holiday in the caravan at the moment and there is a beer festival going on site with hot dogs right next to us. It's been tough weekend smelling the food. Well, hot dogs aren't too bad. I would say if you are really hungry, go out and get one. All right, but just in it and make sure you know, fine. And I'm sure you've been doing a lot of walking about and all that kind of stuff. Right, anyway, I've got to go because I've got my pasta, my lasagna and salad because it's summer and it's Slimming World and it's part of my speed feed in the oven. Not the salad, the salad's not in the oven, just the lasagna. Don't be silly. Right, have an amazing morning, afternoon or evening. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and I will catch you next time when it probably isn't going to be sunny, it's going to be raining on another Weighintime. I will see you very soon, guys.